So appreciate everybody being on tonight. With COVID here, some of us have more time, some of us don't, but time's still valuable. And I was talking to my sister earlier today about just, the situation with COVID, how so many people are just looking for hope. Here in Indiana, we're talking about Friday being May 1st, that all these, restrictions may be starting to lift and life, quote, returning to normal. And it's giving a lot of people hope. Maybe that happens, maybe it doesn't. With this COVID thing, we never know what's gonna happen. But the fact that we're gonna see something tonight that you truly can give hope with, whether it be with an income or whether it just be with savings or just an opportunity. So it's a pretty exciting time right now that we can do all this remotely and still build a business that can change your life, and your family's life. So it's been a lot of fun. Just to give you a little bit of insight, what we're going to do tonight, we're going to have a presentation given by one of our guests, and I'll go ahead and mute everybody here so that way we don't have any distractions. I've opened the chat up, so go ahead if you would please in the chat and just say who invited you to this Zoom presentation, just so that way we can give credit to who's due. And so like I said, we'll go through the presentation and then we'll have a guest speaker at the end who will kind of close us out, give us his testimony, and answer any questions that we might have tonight. So without any further ado, let's get right to it. I want to introduce our presenter for tonight. He's a senior consultant in our business. He's been a great friend, a great mentor to me in wrestling as well as in this business. I've really looked up to him and his family for a long time. So I'm really glad that I get to take this journey with him. And Tom, go ahead, take it away.
Okay, thanks, Frank. Okay, guys, I'm going to share screens here with you and make sure I got it operating. All right, very good. You guys can hear me okay? You hear me, Frank? Okay, good. All right, guys, I'm really excited that we're all on this call together today. I want to share some information with you about a life-changing industry and life-changing opportunity, one that starts with a simple question: how many people do you know use electricity or natural gas? That's like a no-brainer, right? Just about everybody. Well, I mean, when you think about it, we use it every single minute of the day, every day of the year, and we don't even think about it. It's even in our budget. All right. So what would you say if I told you that you can earn money every time people you know and even people you don't know turn on the lights or turn up the gas? Well, deregulation has opened the door to this opportunity in states, cities, and countries around the globe. Ambit Energy is helping thousands of people like you and I seize this opportunity. Let's talk about the possibilities. There's 151 million potential customers worldwide and $186 billion of potential revenue worldwide. See those orange areas? That's where we currently do business at. That's where we have service in 16 states, the District of Columbia, and 2 countries, Canada and Japan. See those gray areas? Well, that's room for growth, guys. That means the market's not saturated. We got a lot of room to improve and grow. The current market share is less than 3%. So that means for every 100 people, only 3 know about Ambit. Guys, that means there's 97 of them that I want to tell them about my business, ask them to say if they want to save a little money on a bill they're already paying, and maybe they'll partner up with me and join my business. And worldwide, it's less than 1%. So let's talk about how deregulation works. Back in the 80s, the government deregulated the telecom industry and long-distance service. So I remember as a child calling my grandparents that lived in New York City. It was a very quick call at Christmas. Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandpa. Merry Christmas. Thanks for the Christmas gift. Because long distance was so expensive. Well, the government deregulated the telecom industry, and it created competition that drove down prices. Well, the government's done it again with deregulation of energy. All right. So up until now, there's one company that did it all. They either produced it or they purchased the energy. They retailed it to you, and then they delivered it to you. Sent you a bill, you paid them. All right, well, in our market, Northern Indiana Public Service Company is our incumbent. And the government told companies like that, you can no longer be a monopoly. You got to give up a portion of that business. And when they did that, companies like NIPSCO decided, hey, we've got a lot of infrastructure on the ground. We've got employees with benefits packages and retirements. We've got the maintenance vehicles and maintenance equipment and all the facilities, storage facilities and corporate offices and CEO and all the management and staff like that. They weren't about to give up that portion of the business. There was too much invested in it. So they gave up the retail. And that allowed companies like us to compete for that retail. So how do you go from being a buyer of energy to being a seller in a deregulated market? Well, you start with the right partner. And Ambit Energy is the company you choose. Right off the bat, at the very first, at the beginning, Ambit decided to be the finest and most respected retail energy provider in the world. It starts with our commitment to our consultants. It was created by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs in 2006 by Jerry Thompson Jr. and Chris Chambliss. You see, Jerry, his grandpa started 7-Eleven, more 7-Elevens worldwide than McDonald's and Starbucks combined. And he's seen the opportunity in the deregulation of energy and seized it, and partnered with a guy named Chris Chambliss, who took XL Telecommunications from a startup business to a billion-dollar company in a short amount of time. Chris was a networking genius, and the two of them created something that was really special. They had core values, integrity and honesty, and a relationship-driven business. Actually, Chris Chambliss is the only guy in America to ever build a business to $1 billion twice. He did it with XL, and he did it once again with Ambit. And let's see, both had experience in startup businesses, and they see the potential in deregulation of energy. They saw a chance to create something really, truly special. And from the very beginning, they had a key guiding principle, and that was to never sacrifice integrity for growth, right? And in just 6 short years, they took a startup company to $1 billion. Actually, Inc. 500 in 2010 recognized them as the fastest growing private company in all of America. And they were the only network marketing company to ever do that. J.D. Power Associates has recognized us for multiple awards, and the Direct Selling News has recognized us in the top 15 year after year after year. And this year, we're number 10 in the top 100 network marketing companies in the world. Guys, that's competing with companies like Mary Kay and Amway and of that sort that have been around for decades that are global. And we're only in 16 states and 2 countries, and we've only been around for 14 years. Isn't that crazy? Well, Ambit's continued success and growth, including our expansion into Canada and Japan, attracted a lot of attention. We attracted the attention of Vistra Energy. They were a company that created their name from 2 words, vision and tradition, right? And so the 2 companies began talking and discovered that they shared such values, common values as integrity, innovation, and a customer-centric approach to excellence and enthusiasm. And in October of 2019, Vistra acquired Ambit Energy. Well, now Ambit Energy is part of a premier integrated energy company, able to access the power and resources of one of the largest competitive electricity providers and generators in the country. Well, listen, that's enough about us. Let's talk about what Ambit can offer you and your customers. Competitive rates, award-winning service, green energy certified products, and solar energy in selected states. Guys, we even have a free energy program. That's right. When you go out and gather 15 friends and neighbors, as a customer, you get a free energy credit. Guys, that's something special. I've been enjoying free energy for 3 years now. And actually, we have a person, as an Amish guy in our business, his name is Dave Yoder, and he's got a woodworking shop. And his woodworking shop has a really high gas bill. It's about $1,400. And the gas portion of his bill is actually $948.58 this month, in the month of April. Ambit sent him a check for gathering 15 friends and neighbors for the exact amount, $948.58. Is that something special or what? I would never imagine to see that kind of a number on a check coming from Ambit Energy, but it's possible. Listen, we all make recommendations. We recommend movies. We recommend dinner, restaurants. We recommend wine and beer and clothing and sporting events and vacation spots. And we don't expect anything in return. We don't get paid for any of it. We even help these companies here create million-dollar companies by us sharing and liking and using Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Pinterest, Google, YouTube. And listen, they didn't share any of their proceeds. They made millions of dollars. Never got paid for any of it. Well, why wouldn't we like to have the opportunity to earn a little bit on showing something of value to a friend or relative, someone that we know, love, and trust, and help them save money on a bill they're already paying? Listen, to get started in your own part-time business with as little as 15 minutes a day, it only takes a $75 investment, a one-time fee with no annual renewal. Guys, that's throwaway money. You spend that much money at Texas Roadhouse on a Friday night. And then there's $24.95 a month for your personal business building system. Guys, that's an important software package the company gives you to track your customers, your consultants, your bonus checks, your residual income. It even has tutorials on it to teach you how to build the business. Guys, that's a bargain. That's a value. And at the end of the year, the company sends you a 1099. You don't have to go out and purchase expensive accounting tools, and you don't have to hire an expensive accountant to do all that for you. Ambit's done all the work for you. It's already in the package. Listen, let's talk about the income opportunities now. We only do two simple things. We gather a handful of loyal customers, people we know, love, and trust, and we help others to do the same. And we do it over and over and over again. Wash, rinse, and repeat. We gather customers, right? Listen, I want to be my own customer. That's how I'm going to start. And that's what I did. I went and got the bill right away, and we switched it over. And then we asked the neighbor on the right and the neighbor on the left. And when we did that, Ambit paid us a jumpstart bonus for $100. When I seen that, it was like amazing. It's like $100 just for gathering 3 customers. That's pretty cool. And then we help others do the exact same thing. So I got my buddy Dave Smith involved. Told Dave, go out and get 3 customers. He got his own bill and he got his 2 brothers' bills. When he did that, he got his $100 jumpstart bonus as well. But then the company rewarded me with a team builder bonus of $100. A matching bonus for helping my buddy get started in his business? That's incredible. Now listen, we all like to get promoted. And by getting promoted, we make more money. So when I heard I could get promoted to make more money, I was all in. All we've got to do, it's a simple formula of 526. The number 5 represents 5 personal customer points. They give you 2 points right up front when you get your software package. All right, so it's represented by 2 computers. And then you get your own bill and then your neighbor on the right, neighbor on the left, and you've accomplished the number 5 personal customer points. Then they want you to go out and get 2 personal consultants. That was easy. I got my buddy Dave and I got his brother Glenn. And when I did that, I accomplished the 2. So now I got 5 and I got 2. The last part of the formula is a 6, correct? So that means my 2 personal consultants go out and expand their business, get their business started, and bring 2 in each as consultants. And they all go out and get their customers. Or I can take a shortcut and sponsor all 6 myself, just as long as I at least sponsor 2 people myself. 5, 2, 6, and I get promoted. Now I'm a regional consultant. When a regional consultant comes an increase in pay, I got a 55% increase. $55 on top of $100. So that meant that when I put somebody new in a business and they go out and get 3 customers, they're going to get their $100 jump start. I'm going to get my $100 team builder bonus matching. And then I get the $55 RC leadership bonus for a total of $155. Well, that was pretty incredible. I was really excited to get to RC. But then what's really special is the company rewards us by helping that guy continue to build his team and to build more teams. And as we do that, when he puts somebody into business, we get a $55 override when they get to 3 customers. And then we build more teams and we get another $55 override. And we build that guy to build his team some more and another $55 override. And it just keeps going. It just keeps going. As long as our team keeps growing, we keep making more money. It's incredible. It's all based around gathering the number 3 customers. Now listen, everybody likes to get promoted, right? So I got promoted to RC, and then I found out you could get promoted one more time to SC, senior consultant. Some people refer to it as serious cash. That's an $80 increase. So instead of making $155 when I sponsor somebody, I'm now going to make $235 when I add somebody in my business and they go out and get 3 customers. But when they start building their business, I'm going to make it another additional $155 or $135. Every time somebody new comes in that guy's business, I'm going to make another $135. So I'm getting $235s when I put them into business and $135s when they build their business. And guys, I'm still making those $55s from my RC code. And it continues to grow. And it grows and grows. Now listen, we've got a person on the call right now. I'm going to introduce her. It's Michelle Brown from Ohio, and she's a senior consultant. I'm going to let her testify to what the business has done for her. Michelle?
Hey, Tom, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming on to our call tonight. My husband and I got into this business in, I think it was November of 2015. That's when the state of Ohio actually went through deregulation. The very first thing that I was interested in is the free energy. You guys can see that behind me. This is something that Tom already talked about. So we have 4 children, and to get 4 children through college, that's quite a bit. Looking at saving about $100 a month in our electric bill, that would give us about $1,200 a year saving. So we jumped kind of in, and we decided to not only go for free energy, but we started building this business. So we've been kind of dabbling in and out. Sometimes we're working really hard at it, and sometimes not so much. And that's the luxury of this business, that what you start today continues to grow for you, even if you don't have time to work on it. Unfortunately, about 2 weeks ago, I got the news that I was getting furloughed. I am an engineer, and I work at Honda. I've been there for about 25 years. My anniversary is coming up here in about 15 days. And the unthinkable happened. This COVID-19, unfortunately, it's hit us hard, even in the auto industry. And they've had to make some serious decisions. So a lot of the staff has been furloughed. So that allowed me to not only spend some more time with our kids, but it's also allowed me to get back into this business. Our daughter turned 18 in September, so we went ahead and we added her in there. So right now, my goal is to start help building her team. We actually had some conversations last night about getting electric customers and, helping people save money on their bill. One thing that I love about the state of Ohio is that we have a guaranteed savings plan for the electricity. So I know that I can save my customers money. We work with AEP customers, Dayton Power and Light. We work with Duke Energy, Ohio Edison, quite a few of those. And we also do work with gas. But right now, I now have this opportunity. I'm looking at it as an opportunity, since I've been furloughed. And what used to be something I dabbled in is now I work on it every day. So thanks for having me on the call.
Thanks, Michelle. That's awesome. All right, guys. So now listen, we got promoted SC. All right. That's where I'm at right now. But the next level of promotion is EC, executive consultant. Guys, I'm really close to getting there. Just a couple more consultants in my downline, and I'll be there. Guys, it's an $80 increase. All right. So now when I sponsor somebody, I'll get $315. And when they sponsor somebody gets 3 customers, I'll get $215. And as that team keeps growing, I'll keep getting $215s. And as the teams in my SC codes keep growing, I'll keep getting the 135s. And as people in my RC code keep growing, I'll keep getting 55s. And it's like Vegas, baby. It's like I pull the lever and the cup keeps filling with money. Money keeps coming and coming. It's crazy. And it just keeps growing, guys. It's just, as long as those teams keep growing, you're going to keep making money. And now the next level of promotion is national consultant. That comes with another $25 increase. Guys, I can't wait to get there. That's an awesome amount of money. You'll make $340 when you sponsor somebody and a $230 override, not to mention those 215s and the 135s and the 55s. So listen, that's just the first way Ambit's going to pay you. There's a couple other ways that are pretty exciting. Let's talk about long-term income. Ambit pays you each time a customer pays their bill. Ambit pays you month after month after month. And the bigger your team grows, the more you get paid on. All right, so on the 15th of every month, I get a check from Ambit for all my customers. I don't even know those people. Your results will be based on your individual efforts. Listen, if you go home and you sit in a chair and drink a beer and watch TV, you're not going to make anything. But if you make a few calls, you make a few texts, a couple emails, you just start out real slow, that will start to grow. And as it starts to grow, you'll see the benefit. Let's talk about the long-term income and how it works. There's 7 levels in the payment plan, all right? So to start you off, we'd like you to go out and get 20 customers because we want you to get that free energy. You don't have to, but if you did, you get paid on all levels. And if anyone were to move out of your area and your customer account drops to 19, you're still going to keep your free energy credit, all right? So as you start building your business and you put 3 consultants in your business and they go out and gather 3 customers, that turns into 9. And as those 3 consultants add 3 people underneath them and those go out and it just keeps growing, adding 3 and 3, the power of 3. And the power of 3 and 7 levels is 3,279 consultants. And that equates to 9,857 customers. Guys, that's a lot of customers to get paid on. Well, let's talk about the band usage. There's several different band usages for how much energy is being used. On the most modest band, this is what it looks like. So as you can see on your 20 customers, you're only going to make about 5 cents a month. So we're really not looking at getting rich off of 20 customers of our own. Where the real money comes from is as your team starts to grow and grows away from you, you start getting more money and the money starts getting bigger. So 9,857 customers on 7 levels equates to a life-changing $11,757.25. Guys, I put my son into business a couple of years ago. He lives in Iowa, in an area where he can't have any customers there because we're not there yet. But on the efforts that I've done here, he gets a residual check month after month for not lifting a finger. It's incredible what you can build for your family and real long-term income. It's incredible. Now listen, there's another way Ambit's going to pay you, all right? And that's called the power of a quarter. And that means that every time you get promoted, Ambit's going to give you a 25-cent raise on your residual income. So all the customers that come in my RC code, I make an additional 25 cents on all those 7 levels. So at 5 cents, it's 30, and $1.50, it's $1.75. But then after the 7th level, I continue to get quarters. It could be 1,000 levels away from me. And I'm going to get 25 cents, 25 cents, 25 cents on all those customers. And it increases on each promotion by a quarter. Look at that. On the NC level, you're getting an extra $1 for all those customers. That's an incredible amount of money. It's powerful. I see it working. When I started this 4 years ago, I was just not quite sure if this would work. So listen, when I first started this business, all right, or actually when I first was introduced to it, I said no 3 times. Brad Harper is the head coach at Penn High School and a wrestling coach. And I worked for him part-time, right? And he wanted to show me something that was going to help the wrestling club. And I said, no, I don't want to see it, Brad. I thought it was another one of his cockamamie schemes to raise money. And I didn't want to get involved in it, right? So it wasn't until he got me on a 3-way call with Olympic coach Terry Steiner, I still hadn't seen the video. Like you're looking at the presentation now, I knew nothing about it. But Terry explained it over the phone. And Terry said 3 things that impressed me. He said, number 1, Tom, did you know you can make a personal income from it? Well, Brad didn't tell me that. He said we were just raising money for the wrestling club. You can do it for churches, youth groups, whatever. But I can make a personal income? Man, Terry, tell me more. All right? So then Terry said, did you know you can will it, sell it, transfer? It's willable, sellable, transferable. I said, what does that mean? He says, you can will it to your kids. Oh, I can will it to my grandkids? Really? Brad didn't tell me that either. All right? And then Terry said the last thing that most impressed me. He said, he and his brother won national championships at Iowa. He's the women's Olympic coach, the women's national coach. He's the women's director at USA Wrestling, Colorado Springs. His brother's the head coach at Fresno State University. And he said, Tom, I would not get involved in anything that would tarnish my father's name. when we were done with the call, I hung up. I told my wife, I said, Eva, go get the gas bill. We're going to lower our rate. She said, honey, we've been married for 36 years. You've never seen a gas bill. You never paid the bills. You don't know what it looks like. I'm not letting you touch it. And I said, listen, I trust Terry Steiner. Go get the bill. It took us 2 minutes. We started saving right away. Guys, it was really important to do that. I trusted Terry Steiner and started saving. And I told her, I said, I was going to get started in this business. She said, no, not really. And I said, listen, if we can make a little extra money on the side, that'd be great. We could pay a credit card payment off here or there. And within 2 weeks, we made enough money to pay for our website for the whole year. And from that point on, it was all profit. So I got my investment back in 24 hours when I got 3 customers, and I paid for my website in 2 weeks by sponsoring 4 people that all got to 3 customers. That was crazy. My wife said, I'm in. She hasn't turned back since. Now, why would I do something like this? Well, listen, it's very simple. I'm 62 years old now. I was getting close to retirement at work. I worked for utilities, for Mishawaka Utilities. I was a wrestling coach. I want to retire from wrestling. I needed some supplemental income to replace wrestling. And listen, I was thinking about, what am I going to do when I retire, right? And you guys, when I had a real tough childhood, when I was little, when I was 3.5, my dad had a heart attack, got in a car accident, was killed. My mom never had any other children. My mom married twice after that, and they were real violent men and really bad marriages, and she became an alcoholic. And so at 19, my mom died from cirrhosis of the liver. And so it was a lonely childhood. And so at 19, I'm an orphan. No brothers, no sisters, no parents, no grandparents. And when I met my wife, I made a commitment to myself and to my wife that I would be the best husband I possibly could, and I'd be the best father I could. And I'll tell you guys, I took those boys everywhere I went. We had 3 sons, and I took them everywhere. I drug them, and we went to wrestling tournaments, everywhere we go, park, whatever. And I'm telling you, we were a really close-knit family. And then the guys, they all went to college and moved away. I get 2 boys that live on the West Coast in LA in the entertainment industry, and I got one that's a wrestling coach out in Iowa. Guys, I don't get to see him anymore. I see him maybe twice a year. And I got 2 little granddaughters in Iowa, and now a grandson. I don't get to see them but maybe 2 or 3 times a year. Guys, for a person that grew up lonely with no brothers or sisters and no parents at 19, I enjoyed having a family until they moved away. And now it's lonely. I miss them. And this business has given me that opportunity to raise the money and give me the opportunity to pay for flights and pay for trips so I can go to LA and see my boys or go out to Iowa and see those guys. And guys, I couldn't have done it without Ambit Energy. I did not believe in this when I first seen it. I didn't. I said no to it 3 times, but look how it's changed my life. It's incredible. So at this time, enough about me. I want to introduce the next speaker. He's an incredible person. If you knew his name, I'll tell you in a second. He does magic tricks on YouTube every now and then. He did one the other day. I got a chuckle out of. He's an executive consultant from New York. He's featured in Success. He's been featured in Success from Home magazine multiple times. He's a 2012 Pure Energy Award winner. He's a Comic Club member. And I actually met him at Brian McClure's ranch 4 years ago when Rick Vahl took me out there. And I've met him a couple other times at Ambition and different events. Great guy, and that's executive consultant Jay Emma. Jay, are you on there?
Actually,
hey Dolly, this is Rick. Jay's magic missing trick tonight, I think. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you, Rick. Go right ahead.
All right, he's down in New York City, so he must be having some technical issues getting on tonight. If you're not here in a couple of minutes, Frank, or whenever he's out, just let me know, and I'll wind down and bring him up if he get connected. So this is the magic trick. I'm going to try to do this. I wasn't prepared. Usually I have to sit here all day thinking about what I'm going to say on one of these. I'm an executive consultant in the business for about 2000. We were just coming off the downside of the other economic impact that we had in 2008, the housing crisis. And people were looking still. I was looking 2008, it kicked our butt in the real estate market, and we just lost a lot of the stuff that we had worked so hard for up until that point to get going. And when we saw it, we also said no, like Tom and most people. It seems like that's a trend in any kind of business. Everybody says no for the first couple of times that you see it. So if you're one of those people and you're just taking a look at it, get your questions answered. No's are okay. We're okay with no's. The good thing is the guy who brought me into the business, 2 weeks after I had told him in no uncertain terms and language that I won't use here on this webinar that I wasn't interested in any business. I was working 7 days a week as a beer sales guy and doing, golfing 4 or 5 days a week, and for business, not for pleasure. We would take people out. But what hit me was when he got to my house, the Buffalo Bills were starting. They had won 4 games in a row, but I had already worked 7 hours that day. Missed church because I was at Walmart moving a beer display, a couple inches to the left, 4 inches to the right, 2 inches back to the left. And that brought me right back to the exact same spot I was in. So I was spinning my wheels in that job. So I was looking for some other opportunity. The economy was down. Like I said, we were just starting to come back. And the reason I tell you that is because that's where I think we are now. I've talked to Doug and Michelle and Tom Dolly and quite a bit of people on this that are on this call, and the economy has been so good for the last 3, 4, 5 years. It just seems 6 years. It's just been humming along where, people weren't out looking necessarily for more money. They were comfortable. Their jobs were secure. There didn't seem to be any bumps in the road coming up. But then late February, early March, COVID starts, and just things have changed since then. And people are starting to look again for opportunities, and it's blowing up in Indiana. And Doug and Michelle down in Columbus are getting going again as well. And what I'll tell you about that in the economy and getting going and all that stuff is Michelle had worked for Honda for 25 years. They had never laid off a person. The whole company never laid off a person in the history of Honda. And now mass layoffs. People are hungry, guys. Terry Steiner, who's on this call tonight, his wife is something to do with Delta. I know she's a stewardess, but I think she's head of the union for Delta. Terry shared with me about 10 days ago that Delta usually flies 500 to 600 flights a day into New York City, and at that time they were flying 25 and they weren't full. They don't expect it to come back for 3 full years, if it ever comes back to the point where it was. People are going to be looking for an opportunity. So when they talk about the timing being right with this, it is absolutely the right timing. I was talking to Trent the other day, and we were talking about where we are as far as marketplaces and where we're going to expand in different markets. He's a guy on in Frank's team, and he was asking me about expansion. We have 3% market penetration in the markets we're in. We're poised sitting here with a company called Vistra Energy, who just merged with us, bought us, partnered with us, however you want to put it. They're the largest energy generation company in the country, partnered with the largest direct sales, DSL, direct selling company in the country. They want our reach, our grab, the people that we can reach out to. They're looking for us to build this business with them. The timing has never been better. Tom went over the compensation plan, so he nailed that. So there's nothing I really can say on that. But what I will tell you is last week we had a gentleman on here that made $45 million in this business with us. He's a number, I think, 4 or 5 in the world of direct sales. He's here to help you. There's people here that will help you build your businesses if you want our help. All you got to do is reach out and ask, and we will do whatever we can to help you. Now, the business is life-changing. Tom Dolly, Frank, Terry, the friendships and relationships that you will make in this business will far outweigh the money you make, and I don't care how much money you make in it. That's up to you. How much time you put into this will be directly proportionate to the amount of money that you make. Your success is on your shoulders. There's people here to help you, but it is your business. If you put the gas pedal to the floor and invite people like crazy, invite people to this webinar, other presentations we have. We can do these during the day. Whatever it is, the mechanism that you want to use, this vehicle is primed to go as fast as you want it to. And there's nothing standing between you and whatever your goal is. If it's $200 a month, great. If it's $400, like Coach said a couple weeks ago, Coach Johnson in Texas, that he wanted to buy his daughter a car, and his goal was just to make $400 a month so he could afford the car of his daughter's dreams. That's doable. He's made over $1 million himself, retired from coaching and teaching, and does this business full time now. So wherever you want, point A to point B, this vehicle that you guys just took a look at can get you there. Now, it's not for everybody. And if it's totally not for you, that's okay. Get with the person who invited you to this, become their customer, save a little bit of money with Ambit Energy. If you want to get more information, any of the leaders on here tonight, Frank, Tom, Doug, and Michelle, Terry, Alex, I'm going to miss some people, so I apologize. John Edwards, I can't see everybody who's on, so I don't want to leave anybody out, but all great leaders and can answer your questions. I'll be available. You guys can three-way me. You can share my phone number with anybody that you want. We're going to be here to help you build the business. So much appreciated you guys coming out. Sorry about the J. Emma disappearing show. I don't know. I haven't got a text from him, so I hope he's okay. It's not like him not to show for an event like this. I was communicating with him all day, but things happen even in a Zoom world. So I hope that you enjoyed the presentation that Tom gave. I hope I didn't screw it up by having to jump on here at the last minute and fill in for Jay. I am definitely not a centerfold of a magazine like he is. He's a great guy. We have great people in this business, and we hope you join us in the business. And if not, please become a customer or save a little bit of money and become successful. One of the things I am going to say is I see these memes on Facebook all the time, and it's about small business owners and supporting small business owners and don't buy at Walmart. And we thank God for Walmart and all those places for staying open. But each and every person on this call tonight is a small business owner who invited you on. So do that part, support them. Stop supporting NIPSCO out there in Indiana and AEP down in Ohio and National Grid and National Fuel out here in New York. And yeah, thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. And last thing I'll say is we're going to have a great speaker. He lives in Maine, so he won't get lost. Jay and Teresa Sandborn are going to be on doing what I just did, way better than I just did it on Wednesday. And then we got a great speaker next Monday, a gentleman by the name of Ernie Force, who him and his wife were going to be the oldest national consultants in Ambit Energy. He's from State College, Pennsylvania. I think he's 82. Today I found out he's been married for 63 years, and he's a fantastic guy and a friend of ours. And so get your friends and family to check it out on Monday and Wednesday next week. Get with whoever invited you here. And I'm going to turn it back to over to you, Frank, and let you shut her down.
You're the man. Thanks, Rick. Yeah, even on short notice, doing a good job. We appreciate that. So yeah, like you said, get with the person, that got you on this call. They can answer any questions that you have. Or if not, they'll get with one of us and we'll get that done. Hey guys, appreciate the time. Again, time is valuable and we didn't take it lightly that you were on tonight. So Wednesday night, we'll do this exact same thing. 7:30, same link. Everything's the same. So you guys can share that out easily and get on. Hope to see you guys there. Be safe, wash your hands, social distancing, all that good fun stuff. And again, we'll see you guys on Wednesday. Have a great evening.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Thanks, guys. Take care.